The world stood still as news spread of the passing of reggae legend Jimmy Cliff, a man whose voice shaped generations and whose music carried the heartbeat of Jamaica across the globe. From Kingston's vibrant streets to quiet neighborhoods in Europe, Asia, and Africa, fans mourned deeply, gathering in candlelit vigils and singing his timeless hits like "The Harder They Come," "Many Rivers to Cross," and "You Can Get It If You Really Want." His songs echoed through city squares, radios, and phones everywhere, creating a global wave of grief unlike anything seen in years. His legacy touched millions, and as the world prepared to say goodbye, thousands traveled from near and far to attend the memorial service honoring a man whose art will live forever. The funeral venue, decorated with tropical flowers and the bold colors of the Jamaican flag, felt like a sacred place of celebration and remembrance. Inside, the atmosphere was heavy yet filled with gratitude. Musicians, actors, cultural icons, and political leaders arrived one after another, each carrying stories of how Jimmy Cliff changed their lives. Some recalled his warm humor. Others remembered his fearlessness in pushing reggae into international spotlight. Fans filled the surrounding streets, holding up portraits, singing gently and whispering, "Respect! Thank you, Jimmy!" with tears running down their faces. As tributes poured in, many of the greatest voices in reggae took turns expressing their admiration. They spoke about the king-like presence Jimmy Cliff carried on stage, the wisdom he offered younger artists, and the truth he always layered into his lyrics. The crowd listened quietly, moved by the idea that one man could inspire generations while remaining humble and full of kindness. But nothing prepared them for the moment that would follow, because the most emotional tribute of the entire ceremony came from the person who knew Jimmy Cliff better than anyone else, his wife, Latifa Chambers. When Latifah stepped forward, the entire room fell silent. Her slow walk toward the casket revealed a quiet strength, but her eyes carried a devastating mixture of love and loss. She placed her hand gently on the polished wood, took a deep breath, and began to speak. Her voice was tender yet powerful, the kind that could hold a room without effort. She spoke about their life together, the laughter, the dreams, the struggles, the victories. She described Jimmy not just as a music icon, but as a father, a friend, and the guiding light of their family. "Jimmy lived with a fire in his spirit," she said softly, "and he taught the world how to hope. But for me, he taught me how to love." Tears streamed across the audience as her words painted a picture of a man far greater than any award or hit record could ever capture. And then, with no warning, Latifah delivered a tribute that stunned every soul in the room. She stepped to the side, nodded to the musicians nearby, and began singing "Many Rivers to Cross," the song that had always held deep meaning in their relationship. Her voice trembled at moments, heavy with grief, yet those imperfections made the performance even more breathtaking. Every note felt like a final love letter, drifting upward through the hall like a prayer. By the time she finished the last line, the entire crowd had risen to their feet, giving her a long, emotional standing ovation. After her tribute, the ceremony moved toward its final blessings. Family members gathered around the casket, laying roses, prayer beads, handwritten messages, and cherished memories beside the man who had changed so many lives. Outside, fans released balloons in Jamaica's colors, and drummers played slow, powerful rhythms, letting the beat carry his spirit into the sky. Children danced lightly, celebrating the joy his music brought to the world, even in this time of sadness. His legacy could be felt everywhere, alive, vibrant, eternal. As the video closes, images of Jimmy Cliff fill the screen, performing under bright stage lights, smiling with fans, standing tall with pride for his culture. Even though the world mourns, one truth remains clear: legends never truly die. Jimmy Cliff's voice, his passion, and the love he shared, especially the astonishing tribute from his wife Latifah, will echo through history, inspiring hearts for generations to come.